everybody, super bummed. Lonely trans girl here. Just spent the day in Barkerville and was going to join in an indigenous drum circle for the very last end of day ceremony, which was super cool. That was really a highlight of the day, actually. But I took one last pee break before the drum circle, and I left my Insta 360 camera in the bathroom for like 15 minutes, and someone stole it. So cool. I would have turned it in personally, but to whoever stole my camera, you're what's wrong with the world. Hope you're proud of yourself. So yeah, that really sucks because it's got all the footage of my holidays on there. It's got the Farwell Canyon, which was beautiful, my horseback riding adventure, which was really cool, like Wells yesterday, Barkerville today, and I'm taking the ferry down the Inside Passage, which would have been awesome to film, but people kind of suck, so not much I can do about it. I mean, it's my own fault for leaving it in there, but honestly, like, anyone with a conscience would have turned it into the front desk. That was right on the across the hallway. So. But there's nothing I can do about it, so I can't really let it get me down too much. I'm trying not to let it bum me out. I'm pretty disappointed. I guess all I can really do to remember this trip that I've been planning for a year and have trouble remembering when I have fun times. So the only way I'm going to be able to do that, I guess, is daily little vlogs like this, just to tell me what I did and how I felt. So I'll try to catch maybe some footage of the Inside Passage, because that's a once-in-a-lifetime thing I'll probably never do again. So it's not going to look great on my camera, because my camera phone's not good. So, I mean, I am in a better situation than some, because I do have my old GoPro at home. It's not helping me now, but I can still use it to make videos after this holiday. But this is my holiday video, I guess. It's just gonna be me post losing my camera and then little daily updates, I guess. So yeah, I can't do nothing about it, except for I'll probably cry in a bit. Okay, bye. Well, good morning, everybody. It's Lonely Trans Girl with just a cheesy little phone cam. Just feeling pretty bummed out about having my camera stolen. But I can't let it get me down. Like, I've been planning this trip for a long time, and I'm literally heading to one of the most beautiful places in the world right now, in Coola, and yeah, it's just, all of it's weighing on me, because it's supposed to rain the whole time I'm there, and then, well, at least for the next 4 or 5 days, and I'm all in tents for that, so, and my tent sucks, so I'm a little bit worried, I'm a little bit stressed, and then my camera got stolen, so it's been hard to, like, be happy about all this, but I'm going to do my best. Part of doing these things is learning to deal with disappointment and unexpected things, and I can't control the weather. I can't control how sticky Canadian maple syrup fingers are, and all I can try and do is still have a good time and enjoy myself, because I'm doing some pretty fun things. So I'm gonna pack up the bag, have my free continental breakfast, and get on Masami and hit the road. Stay as dry as I possibly can. Wish me luck. Okay. Bye. Hey, this is kind of a bummer. I'm just coming down the hill into Coola, and the forest fire that was here is just devastated this beautiful landscape. It's so sad. Flip the lens around and give you a peek. That really fucking sucks. It's probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Hope it wasn't human caused. So, made it down into the valley yesterday, and just had a little bit of time to walk around. I'm at the Rip Rap campground. It's stunning here. I was wondering what I was going to do for 3 days, even if the weather's kind of crappy and I can't travel around in Coola too much. I don't need to do anything but be here. Like, this place is spectacular. Like, surrounded by misty mountains and rivers, and there's places to walk right here. It's a really cute campground. So if you ever come into Coola, stay at the Rip Rap. It's beautiful. I mean, the outhouse has tiled floors and a flower vase inside it, so it's really cool here. Hey everybody, just a really quick, updatey kind of video. I'm here at Otter Lake Provincial Park near Tulameen. It's really nice and pretty here. There's a couple generator boys next to my tent, which is a little annoying, so come down to the lake for a little bit of quiet. But yeah, this is the end of my trip. I'm heading back home tomorrow and back to work next week. And and this trip has had some challenges that I haven't experienced on a trip before. Everything seemed to go pretty smoothly for me in the past. And this one had some ups and downs, but not without merit or lessons learned, learn the downfalls of overplanning. There's a little bee on my phone. Get shoo, buddy. Don't make it go away. I know I'm sweet, but I have no nectar. Learned some things, like the overplanning can lead to some pretty strict schedules and challenges if things don't work out. And they didn't work out. I got really lost on the detour to Bamfield, which is where Petra Bay campground is. And I just followed the detour signs, but I don't know. I ended up 3 hours away from where I was supposed to be, and the only way back was the way I came, and I followed all the detour signs. I really don't know what happened. They had detour information booths set up, but there was no one working them, so you just kind of follow the signs, I figured. But so yeah, I was clueless as how to get back to my campground that I had reservations for, and I started looking at on the north end of the island near Port Renfrew for accommodation, and I couldn't find anything. I went all the way into Victoria. There's nowhere to stay, and I probably could have plopped at a campground, but I packed all my shit up really wet really early, and I was figuring I'd have time to get to my campsite and let it dry out before bed. So I didn't really want to set up my wet shit in the dark and then sleep in it. So yeah, that was So I just ended up actually riding to the ferry terminal and sleeping next to Masami on the ground. And that whole experience, I was on the bike for 14 hours that day. I was riding in the dark. I think I got to the ferry terminal at 1 a.m. Slept on the ground in my riding gear. It was fucking cool. I found out that I can do that. I can be flexible and adaptable and make the most out of a bad situation, which is a really cool skill to have when you're out doing things. And it's made me confident I can handle a trip without a plan and just kind of go wherever it takes me, and that's exciting. So that was a positive that came out of that negative. But I also fried my battery back up, so my phone doesn't work very well anymore either. The charge though goes really fast, and I have nothing to charge it with except Masami, so when I'm not riding, the battery just burns out too. So yeah, stuff like that has been a little bit challenging, but all in all, it's been great. I had a lot of fun. I wish I could have shared more with you. I still have my GoPro. I'll take some videos next time I go somewhere. Keep working on that. It's a really fun hobby for me. I enjoy it. It's actually part of the trip for me is getting home and going through all those videos and cementing it into my memory while I make something that I can actually watch again without getting super bored. So anyway, yeah, I think I'm just gonna walk into Tulameen today and have a look around, and maybe I'll ride into Princeton later for a late lunch, early dinner. Charge my phone. Alright, take care, guys. Morning. Well, it's the last day of my adventure. Time to pack up my stuff and go home. I got up pretty early because I went to bed pretty early last night, so I'm pretty much already packed. Just gonna do a little send-off goodbye to my trusty temporary shelter. It's lasted me 2 seasons. It was super cheap, just to see if I would like it. I've learned it extends my motorcycle travel hugely. I can go way further away, longer, see way more things when I'm camping instead of staying at hotels and stuff. So that's super awesome. It's just that I feel like I deserve something a little better. This has holes in the bottom from rocks. It's got holes in the tops from a pouncy Maya puppy. I broke some of the tent pegs, or tent poles, when I set it up the other day. So instead of packing it home and throwing it away, I'm just gonna chuck it out here. So, and then I'm on the road. I'm back home and back to work and back to reality. But this was super fun. It was a much different experience than I've had before. Much more things went wrong, but I still had a good time. It's just something about being on my bike and exploring and seeing places I haven't been and returning to places I love. It's satisfying. Alright, well, thanks for joining if anyone did. And see you next time. Bye. Bye, buddy. It's been a slice.